friends, in this video we are going to make a very simple basic pinch pot. We're going to start with the round ball of clay that came with your Ember Ceramics at-home pottery kit. And if you got it from the Easter Bunny, then it might be in the shape of an egg. So first you're going to take your clay and we're going to pat it into a ball. And once you feel like it is smooth and in the shape you want to start, it's time to get going. You can set it down on your surface or hold it in the palm of your hand, whichever is easier. And we're going to take our thumb and push into the middle. And if you've got very small hands, then you might ask for a little help with this. You just push in. You don't want to pop all the way through because then you would not have a bowl or a cup. You would end up with a bracelet. So I am now going to make a little duck face with my hands, quack, quack, and he's going to go in and I'm going to pinch with my thumb and my fingertips right around the base part, and I'm going to twist it each time I pinch it. And so my little duck is just going to keep quacking all the way around. And now as I have gently smoothed out the bottom, I'm going to start moving up a little bit. We want to leave this rim part kind of thick so that it doesn't crack. And we'll thin it out in just a little while. But you can see I'm just pinching and twisting. Now let's see, bottom, we're doing good. We're just going to keep going. It's a good idea to sketch out what you're going to make so you know before you start whether you want to try and pinch your walls up tall or if you want to round them out like a bowl. You can see I'm just pinching and I'm going over the same spots just until they feel like they're about an even thickness. You want them to be between 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch, generally about the thickness of your pinky, but not thicker than your thumb. Pots that are too thick can trap air and moisture and explode in the kiln when we heat it up. And if it's too thin, it has a tendency to dry out and crack. So we want it to be just right. And so now I'm moving up to the top part, and you can see where it's kind of pulling apart there. All right, so I'm just going to smooth around the rim of the pot. Just anytime you start seeing the little cracks, all you have to do is just smooth it and it just pushes that clay together. All right, so I am going to, since I do want this to be a little pot, I'm gonna tap it gently on my surface and see how that just flattened it out right there. Do a little more. And then I'm going to feel it with my hands, and I think it's a good thickness for the base, and I'm going to kind of pinch around the bottom so I can get it even. And you just keep pinching and turning and pinching and turning. And you can even turn your little duck whack, whack, inside once you get to the top if you want to do that. And you can do this for, as long as your clay stays soft, and you can really smooth your pot out quite a bit if you want to. Or you can leave the texture of your fingers. this is my kids' favorite project to work on. They love pinch pots. It's a really neat sensory experience. All right, so we've gotten things pretty even, and you could stop here. Mine's a little bit thicker, but if I wanted to leave it a little bit thicker like this, I would be able to put the underglaze on it once it was leather hard, and then carve out some of the space, and that would get it down to the thickness we wanted it to be. So if you are wanting yours to be smoother, then you just keep working with it. I worked on one the other night for about an hour and a half and just kept smoothing, and you can use your hands. I flipped mine upside down so that it's compacting the lip, but also it gives a little more support for smoothing. I've heard that a dome is one of the strongest shapes structurally. If you know that this is true, you should message me with the deets. All right. And so this guy is just smoothing out. And as far as the foot of your pot, I love a finished foot, so you can just kind of shape this up if you want to. Or you can add on to your piece. You can add a foot to your pot if you would like to. Just check out one of the videos on joining pieces of clay so you can make sure that it is well adhered and won't pop off. But this is, I would say, a fair beginner pinch pot, and you can just go on to keep pinching and making your at-home masterpiece. And that's a great start to your very own pinch pot. Thank you for creating with me, and be sure to check out my other tutorial videos. Feel free to send me any questions and photos of you and your family working on your Ember Ceramics at-home pottery kits.